What's going on, everyone? It's Trskss here, back with another video for you. And in today's video, we are going to be starting up a brand new series on the channel, and this is known as the Story Series. So I'm kind of excited to start it because I have had people, in Q&As and things like that, been like, hey, tell us a story, or hey, do this, or even on my live stream, sometimes you guys are like, tell us a story about the most awkward moment or something like that. So I figured, why not go ahead and start this up? But before we start, if you guys can drop a like on the video, really appreciate it. And also, if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. And before we get any further into this, all right, let me know down below, what do you guys want me to start doing for a story? Like, do you guys want to hear about school stories? Like, just give me a topic or a specific question. If you're like, oh, how did you meet like one of your good friends or something like that, or like, have you ever had any experiences with YouTubers, or how did you meet this person through YouTube and stuff like that? Anything that you guys want, will I'll go ahead and do a story video on it, probably. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this started up right now. And today's video, we are going to be talking about the story about how I did get robbed. So now I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're probably like, oh, this is just going to be one of those stories where some guy came into his house and stole his PS4. Well, no, people, it's not as lucky as that. This wasn't exactly a very lucky time. So we were going to go on a vacation. We were going to go on a cruise, just my family and I. It was about 4 years ago, I think. And my mom had broken her arm about like 3 weeks before the vacation. So that was a little bit unfortunate. And we were like, well, we'll still go on the vacation. Hopefully things will get better for her. And then she won't be in all that much pain throughout the trip. And we can just enjoy the time and take a little bit of a break away from it, from this one little bad luck incident that happened. We were optimistic about it. It's always better to be happy about things than sad. And so we were going to go on a cruise, which was a 12-day cruise or an 11-day cruise or something like that throughout the Eastern Caribbean, going to places like Barbados and Tortola and Antigua, Bahamas, all these different places, and it left out Miami, Florida. So we were there in Florida, and we were there like, I think 2 days earlier we went down to Miami, and so it was fun. We were just hanging out, and then we got ready to go on our cruise. And so since it did go out of the port of Miami, the drive wasn't all that far away, and so we decided we would just pack up all of our stuff and head on over to the cruise terminal. So we did get to the terminal. I think we took a taxi. And if you guys don't know, once you guys get to the cruise terminal, maybe you've never been on a cruise, or maybe you have and you just don't remember. You know, what happens is there's these guys outside of there that don't really work on the cruise ship, they just work for the port. And so the people that work for the port, what their main job is it's to like deliver the baggage over to the side of the cruise ship, so then the people that work on board, the stewards that clean up your rooms and stuff, they can go ahead and transfer it up over to your room, and then you guys will be able to get all your stuff that same day. So we had all of our electronics in one suitcase. Of course, we had like our phone and smaller things in our pocket. And then we had like our iPad and stuff like that we put in a suitcase, because obviously we figured, well, we're not going to really need this. We don't want to carry it around. I mean, like, how are we going to use it? Are we going to use it as a plate at the buffet or something like that? So we just put it away into a suitcase because we knew we wouldn't need it. So we got out, and there was this port worker. I think he was probably like 6 foot or something like that. He was super tall, and he looked like he was just super friendly, enjoying his job, enjoying his day. And we gave him all of our luggage, including the package with our iPad in it. And so he was like, all right, cool, I'm going to take this. We gave him a tip, like $5 or $10. We were like, all right, thank you. Hopefully you do your job well. Gave you a little bit of money. Please don't steal. And then we got onto the cruise. Now, we were just chilling, hanging out. We got some food, all of that yummy buffet food. Then we got checked into all the different places that we could go to. We got like our soda packages and things like that. We were all getting ready for a great time on the cruise. We weren't going to let the bad luck that had happened about 3 weeks ago prior to that stop us. And then it was, of course, time for the sail away party. So we enjoyed that. We went to a nice dinner at this fancy restaurant. And then we came back to our room, and we noticed that our suitcases were all there. So we figured that we should go inside, unpack them. We were going to be there for 11 days, so we didn't want to just leave our suitcases out in the middle of the room. So we started unpacking very slowly. We were taking out all of our stuff, taking out our clothes, taking out our like bathroom kits and things like that. And we looked through all of the suitcases, got everything done until we noticed that the iPad was missing. And so we thought, well, maybe we just misplaced it. Maybe we put it somewhere with some of the other clothes. Maybe it got caught in between two shirts or something like that, because they were all folded up. And so after we did that, we still couldn't find it. And we decided that unless it was, lost in somebody else's baggage or it fell out on the boat, that it was probably stolen. So we went down to the guest services desk. We waited in the long line. The worst times to go to guest services on a cruise is the very first day and the very last day, because everybody saves their complaints for the first and last day, as they want to just, get a free refund on their cruise so they could take another one. And we went down there, we waited in that super long line, and then the guest services people told us that they hadn't found anything, or that there wasn't any like missing baggage and stuff reported, so they said they would keep an eye out for it. So we continued on with the cruise. We thought maybe guest services will find it. And then, of course, we did ask them about, a week into the cruise, we were like, hey, have you ever found that yet? We talked to you about this on the very first day. And no, surprisingly, they still had not found it. And so we did come to the conclusion that, of course, because we were the only people that had our bag, and we knew that we put the iPad in our bag because, we all saw my mom put it in there, then we figured that it obviously was not at the hotel, and that it obviously wasn't just laying at the side of the Port of Miami, because otherwise, they would have like put it into a suitcase or put it on the boat or something like that. So we did come to the conclusion afterwards that the port authority worker that we had given it to had actually stolen it from us. And that is a few reasons as to why he did steal it, because, as I said, we were the only ones that had contact with it. Like, obviously, it went through security, and we know that the security people that work for the cruise line obviously wouldn't steal, because there's so much cameras and stuff in that area that they would easily be caught, and then, of course, we would get our iPad back. So we did come to the conclusion that, as I said, that guy had stolen it from us, and so we were out of luck with our iPad. We tried to settle it with the cruise company. They wouldn't help us. They basically just said that they couldn't do anything, and we were basically just out with our iPad. Our mom had broken her arm, and so then we had a little bit of bad luck with the iPad incident. So guys, that's really all what happened. That's probably one of the only times I ever been robbed. Maybe there was like one or two others recently or something like that. But that was like the biggest one. I've never had my PS4 stolen or anything like that. I haven't had somebody just come into the house and steal all my electronics or anything like that. So I just figured I should go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a story. Maybe you guys found it entertaining. Maybe you guys are like, yes, that little clickbait kid finally got what's coming to him. That karma's coming around. All right, he puts out clickbait, he needs to get some bad luck back, and then he finally got his iPad stolen. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure that you drop a like on the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, because I would hate it if you missed out on any of my brand new videos in the future. And also guys, do let me know about what story ideas you want me to do. I'll basically do anything that you guys want, just as like a fun little series that we could do on the channel. Like a weekly thing. So anyways, I'll see you guys all later on. Peace out.